Welcome once again to the home of the St. Augustine Hermits here at Richland, New Jersey, where tonight we start the Cape Atlantic League Conference Tournament. The second-seeded Hermits are hosting the seventh-seeded Mainland Regional Mustangs. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalana, and we are glad to be with you here tonight. As winner of this game, of course, has some further games to play in the tournament. Wouldn't it be nice to put yourself not only on the National Division Championship throne, but also to put you on the conference throne?
Oh, absolutely. This is it's a great way that the Cape Atlantic League has done this now. They've gone to this 8-team format where no one gets a first-round bye. They seed all 8 teams. Some great matchups, 4 great matchups tonight. I believe they'll be reseeding the 4 teams depending on how it goes. If it all goes by the higher seed, if St. Augustine can win this, they'll get Atlantic City again, which would be a great game. But that whole Final Four will be played Thursday night in Hamilton. And I know Coach Rodeo wants to be there. I know Coach Mainland wants to be there. Everyone wants to get there. Keep progressing. Playoff time, win in advance.
Well, the great thing about playoff time, it is a second season. Of course, there's a third season when you consider the state tournament. But anytime you have a chance to start over again and have yourself a chance to win a title, this is what this is about right here. So the St. Augustine Hermits are hoping that they're going to put some things together tonight, coming off that loss to Millville the other night on Friday night. And they want to win tonight and get into that second round, the semifinals that are scheduled for Hamilton High School. Of course, Dave had a chance to talk to our head coach, Paul Rodeo, and I'm sure he had a few thoughts about that. So let's go to that interview right now.
Here we are again in our coach's corner with St. Augustine head coach Paul Rodeo. And Coach, last time we were here was senior night, the Millville game on Friday. When you and I talked over the weekend, my advice to you was forget about that game, move on, start worrying about Mainland. I'm going to go back on my advice, take you back to that game. What happened on senior night?
Well, our seniors came out and played really well early, and I know anybody that's been involved with the program had a little spot in their heart and felt great for what they did and how they came out with so much energy. And then Millville just get a little more and more confidence as the game progressed. They played with more energy than we did, and I think we were a little tired legs. You know, we had played a game the night before, but I don't want to take anything away from Millville. That was Coach did a very good job in preparation. He knew what he wanted to do. He had a plan. They ran up and down the floor, and they beat us to spots. They beat us to loose balls, and they just deserved to win the game. They were a better team that night. That's a tough game for them, and that's a credit to his program and to his team to come in here in a year where we're having a good year on foreign soil, so to say, and to come in and beat us in here. Not that we're such a great team, but it's a very difficult win, and I have to give them more credit than maybe to take away from what we did.
Well, as I told you, as watching the tape of the game, you guys went into a lull there with about 5 minutes left. You scored a bucket, took the lead, and then didn't score again until the last minute. And it wasn't like you weren't getting shots. You got shots in that sequence, as I watched it, that you've gotten all year. Saeed Nelson on penetrations, Mike Vastoria with clean looks, Nate Siegel with a good look, some tip-in opportunities. They just didn't go in that night. Again, maybe a little tired legs, but just the one night they didn't go.
Well, yeah, obviously that's what I'm hoping. It was the one night it didn't go. But as you said, we did get, and I watched it, and we did get clean looks. And that's going to happen, and especially with younger kids. And then what you want to do, and we talked about at practice yesterday, is judge how you react to those situations. If it's not going, you're going to have to make a play at the other end, or take a charge, or get a defensive rebound instead of giving them a putback, or do something else in that case. And we're young and we're learning, and in a course of a year, to be honest with you, I thought we'd have a couple games like that. Up until this point, we've only had one. We hope that now we can move on from there, put that beside us, and move on and move into the playoffs and do what we have to do.
Well, let's do that. Let's move on. And you talk about a young team. Now your mindset changes. You now have the survive and advance, one and done type of mentality. And you have it twice with the Cape Atlantic League tournament and then also the state tournament. So with seniors, they think they know that. This is their chance. This is it for them. Younger team, maybe they always say, well, if it doesn't work this year, we've got a couple other years. How do you change their mindset into a playoff mode now?
Well, no question that's part of it. How do you do it? We're the second seed. We've earned the second seed. Let's act like we're the second seed. Let's play like a basketball team that believes they're supposed to move on. We're not going to play scared. We're going to play basketball. Everything that we've done to get us to this point is what we emphasized yesterday. I thought we had a great practice. I thought we showed a lot of energy yesterday. I don't know if I could do much more to get them ready for today. I thought they were really ready today in school and hit our shoot around. So let's just hope it goes in the basket a little bit.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Cape Atlantic League tournament. This was something, I think you were one of the ones that sort of envisioned this type of a tournament. You didn't want the just the 1-versus-1 matchup anymore, just the one playoff game. The byes are all gone now. Is this what you and the others that started this were envisioning when you went to this 8-team format?
Yeah, no question. This is going to create a lot of energy in South Jersey, and hopefully we'll be able to be part of what's going on Thursday night when it's the Final Four teams at Hamilton High, and it should be packed houses, should be great games, should be great atmosphere, and it should get you ready for the state tournament. And that's what I thought would be great for our area, and people could come out and see some great basketball on Thursday night, and then hopefully Saturday we would be involved with the championship game at Stockton.
Well, in order to do that, you have to get by the Mainland team tonight. Not a team that you've seen this year. Obviously, you've seen them in the past being in the league, but what do you know about them? And a little different type of team because of their size than maybe you've seen earlier this year.
Two big kids are both very good. I don't know. I watched them today on tape again, and I went into it yesterday thinking the other one kid was better than the other kid, and now I'm looking at it, and the football player gets great position. He's going to be a handful for us to take care of tonight. He's a pretty good little player. Bigger kids, Jerkins, I think, is more of a pure basketball player. He could catch the ball on the perimeter and make plays. If we don't stop the two of them, we could be in trouble. I mean, we have to, and we know that our goal tonight is to stop two of them and push the ball a little bit, turn it into an up-and-down game, get it into a flow of what we need, and not allow them to go down and set up and just lob the ball inside to them.
We're hoping that that's what happens tonight for the Hermits. We hope that it was just that one game the other night. You turn it around, get ready, get this win, and move on to Thursday night. So we have the Hermits and the Mainland Mustangs coming up in a few minutes. Coach, good luck.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Well, we're back here on the hardwood here at St. Augustine Prep, and as we mentioned, it's a whole new season. A 8-team tournament, I should say. 4 games happening tonight. This is actually the early game, so to speak. I see the other game scheduled for 7 and 8 o'clock. The rest of the field, by the way, includes the 8th-seeded Oakcrest taking on top-seeded Holy Spirit. We had a chance to see Holy Spirit, of course, seen them twice, and they are a force to be reckoned with, of course. Millville, a team that came in here and won the other night, is going up against the 4th-seeded Wildwood Catholic squad. They are the away team in that matchup. Wildwood Catholic 19-4, Millville 17-4, so that figures to be quite a tight contest for the 4th and 5th seeds. Otherwise, the 3rd-seeded Atlantic City Vikings are hosting the Wildcats of St. Joseph's. Atlantic City 16-6, and St. Joe's 16-7, so another good matchup based on those records right there. And everybody else here we mentioned. So tonight we have Mainland and St. Augustine for you. St. Augustine 20-3 coming into this game, the 2nd seed versus 7th-seeded Mainland Regional. They are 14-9 and coached by Ron Williams and Dan Williams. Someday I'll learn how to read my writing. That is Dan Williams. But this figures to be a comeback game for St. Augustine. They want to get the taste of that game from Friday night where they had a 22-4 lead and then saw Millville come back over the last 3 quarters. So they're going to be psyched up to get something back on the winning track.
Well, as Coach Rodeo mentioned in the pregame interview, that's what he wanted out of his kids, kind of forget the game, move on with it. He said they had a great day of practice yesterday to get ready for this. It's sort of like, okay, it was a win you would like to have had for a lot of reasons, senior night and all that. But the bottom line is it didn't mean anything. Now they mean something. Now basically you have 2 losses left for your season. If you lose in the Cal tournament, then you're done in that quest for something that I know Paul would really like to grab to get that Cal championship. And then you get the state tournament, and the same thing's going to happen. So this is a great tournament. It's a great field. The 8 teams that are in the tournament committee did a nice job in seeding. There was always some question who was going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know Wildwood Catholic feels a little slighted being the 4, but I think someone had to be the 4 seed, and they have their hands full with that Millville team. I wouldn't be surprised to see Millville pull another upset there. But right now we're concentrating on the Hermits and the Mustangs.
That's right. They are coming up shortly here on Channel 2. As well as the World Wide Web. And we want to thank everybody who has watched the games and have commented. We truly do appreciate all the positive comments we've had, and we enjoy bringing these to you. Personally, it's a passion of mine to cover high school sports or sports in general, and St. Augustine always puts on a great program, so we certainly have been very blessed to be here throughout the season. hopefully it's just the first of many more to come. Dave Catalana, it's been a pleasure working with you. I don't know if we have one more state game to go, but it's been a pleasure working with you. Your insight has been superb on the program itself, so I've enjoyed being with you here.
It's been a ton of fun.
Well, we have a lot of excitement. This is, I guess, a recruiting night here at St. Augustine, and we're going to have a very raucous crowd because they're already pumped up and they haven't even started the starting lineups yet. We're going to turn things over to Father Horn for the national anthem and the starting lineup. So take it away, Father Horn.
Coaches, officials, and/or opposing fans will be asked to leave the premises. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. This time we ask everyone in attendance to please rise. Gentlemen, we go ready to hit here as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight, the Cape Atlantic League proudly presents the Mustangs of Mainland Regional High School, the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep, the quarterfinals of the third annual Cape Atlantic League men's basketball playoffs. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the Mustangs of Mainland, starting the guard 5'8" junior, number 11, Drew Dalzell. For the guard 5'10" senior, number 13, Drew Risca. For the guard 5'10" sophomore, number 15, Sam Jackson. Starting the forward 6'5" senior, number 21, Darius Jerkins. Then forward the 6'3" senior, number 34, Ken Randall.
So the starting five for Mainland: number 11, Drew Dalzell; 13, Drew Risca; number 15 is Sam Jackson; 21 is Darius Jerkins; and number 34, Ken Randall.
Yeah, it's 21 and 34. The big men inside that the Hermits are going to have their hands full tonight. If they can control them, I think they can be successful.
The starting five for St. Augustine: number 2, Saeed Nelson; number 5, Kevin Kennedy; 25 is Nate Siegel; 41, Stephen Corbo; and number 52, the pillar of strength down low and outside, Mike Vastoria.
Yeah, I think going back to Corbo here in the starting lineup to try to offset some of the size that Mainland has. Stephen's done a great job inside playing some of the big guys. And I think that's going to be his charge tonight, to play either Jerkins or Randall.
Now, of course, St. Augustine got off to a great start the other night. They wouldn't mind that happening again tonight. They just are going to look to maintain that through the 32 minutes of action here on the court at Richland. The St. Augustine Prep Hermits, Paul Rodeo Gymnasium. Glad to have you with us here on Channel 2 and on the World Wide Web at snjtoday.com/hermits.
I think it's going to be a clash of different styles here. St. Augustine is really going to want to get out and go, using their quickness, their guards, a little bit of their athleticism at those positions, and Mainland's going to want to be more of a slowed down, pounded inside to their big guys, and really it's going to be whoever is more successful at their game plan is what's going to happen. I would expect St. Augustine to throw a lot of things at Mainland, a lot of pressures, switch up their defenses, pressure the Mainland guards bringing the ball up the floor.
That's why I feel that Saeed Nelson's going to have a big part in that, an up-tempo type of game. Our referees tonight, head referee is Doug Menz. He is helped out by Mike Cook and Bill Warren. The Mustangs win the opening tap when we are underway in this quarterfinal game of the conference tournament.
Wow, that's a screen. When Ken Randall sets a screen, that's a screen right there.
Shot and miss, battled for the rebound underneath, turn around, it looked like he walked, and they do call it, or do they call a foul?
Calls the bucket and the foul.
Wow, he got away with a travel, my friends.
And a few seconds into this game, Mr. Randall has made his presence known. A good, solid, very legal pick that he set on Kevin Kennedy. And then a follow-up rebound, bucket, and a chance at a three-point play to start.
Well, he misses the free throw, and Stephen Corbo comes away with a rebound for St. Augustine. Kennedy up to Nelson. Nelson thinking about going to the hole, but he pulls it back. Kevin Kennedy has the ball now outside.
And man-to-man for Mainland here. Again, look for the Hermits to exploit the perimeter, their wings on the outside.
Corbo cutting in, sends it back out to Nelson. Astoria comes up to set a screen. Nelson has a bit of a lane to shoot. He pulls it back. And the Hermits circling around. Bad pass taken away by number 15, leading to a fast break opportunity. Tapped up and in on the rebound.
Great
Darius
follow.
Jenkins.
Yeah, great follow there as he filled the lane. Figs finished up with the tip in.
So it's 4-0, now a block, but Kennedy saves it. Kevin looking for somewhere to go with it, and driving baseline, foul though, another block by Darius Jenkins. 2 blocks in that sequence.
Yeah, I think the foul's going to be on the floor. It's going to be on 15, Sam Jackson, but Jerkins got there again and made the block. He is a presence inside. Start thinking twice about going into the lane when you see the ball coming back at you.
Well, Kennedy is going to shoot 2 here. Good rotation, a kind roll. And St. Augustine's on the scoreboard.
I think if he can get this to roll here, I would look for pressure out of St. Augustine here right away to force the tempo.
Kennedy puts the second one up, and it skims out. Rebound taken by Jerkins. Mustangs leading 4-1. Across the timeline, they get the ball into Ken Randall, playing outside at the moment, swinging around to Dalzell. Nice reach in, ball is loose, and we're going to get a tie-up, and the possession arrow.
That's going to go St. Augustine. Yeah, good job by Corbo there. That should be St. Augustine ball.
Yeah,
Mainland
they won the
tap.
opening tap. The arrow wasn't changed,
the
but
arrow
that's all right.
But good job by Corbo using this a little bit of the quickness to get around and make the play there. So frees it up. Now let's see if St. Augustine can run a set here, get something going offensively.
Mike Vastoria with the basketball, swings it around. Now Siegel has it, goes to the post. What a play by Vastoria!
A beautiful cut from Vastoria and a good pass from Siegel. He anticipated through the pass ahead just before Jerkins could get there for the block.
Great set by St. Augustine. It's 4-3, 2 minutes into this first quarter. Mainland with a 1-point edge. Darius Jerkins with the basketball, hands off to Drew Riska, and a whistle on the floor.
It's going to be on Corbo.
It's Corbo's first and the team's second. Mainland with the ball underneath its basket. Jerkins looking to pass off. On the floor, gets the shot off, no good. Gets his own rebound. And another foul, I believe.
It's going to be on the floor. Boy, he takes up so much space there and good hands around the basket. Forces another St. Augustine foul. This one's on Kevin Kennedy.
Well, there you see that presence of Randall right there at the post. He gets the alley-oop pass, puts it up off the glass, doesn't go, gets his own rebound, turns it up and in. He is a beast under there right now.
Sure is. I mean, again, the physical size, but he's also getting up and getting the rebounds, good hands, bringing it back down and back up again for the bucket and a 6-3 lead.
5.5 to go, first quarter. Siegel driving, bumps into a man, but sends it back out to Nelson. Saeed thought about shooting a three, but he now dribbles to his right. They swing it into the right corner where Siegel has it. Sends it back out to Nelson. A long-range three, in and out. Rebound loose, taken by number 13, Drew Riska for Mainland.
This has all the feelings of an early timeout here for St. Augustine. Not looking good offensively and not rebounding defensively.
Good defense. The ball goes out, though, off of St. Augustine. So Sam Jackson will inbound it for Mainland.
I like what the Hermits do there on the inbound. They switch on the two big men, not giving it up inside.
Randall trying to drive
That's
through.
offensive.
Oh, wow, no call.
That's an offensive right there. No call.
So Randall with another basket, an 8-3 advantage for Mainland. The ball in the hands of Siegel, swings it to Kennedy, left side, dribbles through the paint, back out to Siegel. Puts up the shot, it rims out. Darius Jerkins with his third rebound of the quarter. Across the timeline, driving quickly, going right on up and into the layup is Sam Jackson, and there's your timeout.
Yep, there's the timeout. Again, this is all coming from no real offensive flow.
4:21 showing on the first quarter clock. It's 10-3 Mainland. We'll be right back.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Mainland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Ah, flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flippin' good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Ah, flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Mainland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
Of course, Toyota of Vineland is the place that you can pick up a free gift just for mentioning it. You heard this ad on our broadcast. Toyota of Vineland giving away webcams and binoculars. All you got to do is stop in, say that you saw or heard this ad right here on our broadcast, and you will come away a winner. Not a bad deal just for stopping in. Right now, the Hermits get a free shot for Nelson, and he nails it. They're only giving him a two.
Yeah, set play coming out of that timeout to free Saeed Nelson up.
10-5 score.
And now a little bit of the pressure, and there's the turnover.
That was tipped by Nelson, and he's going to get the delivery at the other end.
That's what you want with the pressure there. That's what the Hermits need to do, but you need to score to get into it. And here they are in their 2-2-1 pressure.
10-7 the score now. Mustangs get it across the line, but again, good pressure, an open three-pointer. That's way short. But there's the man who's got it all going right now. Randall with another rebound and basket.
You'll take the quick shot, but only if you can rebound off it. And if Randall's going to do what he's doing now, I mean, Coach Rodeo's gone to Justyn Mutts right here, but it's a tough task for Justyn at his size and build. Again, well, it's tough for anybody against the size of Ken Randall.
Oh, what a pass by Mutts. Saeed Nelson finds Mutts, and he jammed it home.
That's what you can do with that size and athletic ability.
Wow, that electrifies the joint. 12-9 Mustangs lead. Randall alley-ooping to Jerkins, baseline drive, sends it back out. Randall off the glass. He can't miss right now.
Yeah, nice little soft touch with the big lefty.
14-9. Nelson has it blocked away by Jerkins.
Again, the pace I think the Hermits want there. They like the up and down. They'll take that, blocked out of bounds, inbound in the ball. Try to get something here off a set play on the inbound. Kennedy
will inbound it for the Hermits all the way back out to Nelson.
tough against this team to try to work inside, but it looks like the Hermits might try to go inside to Vastoria or Mutts, but against a big Mainland team, it might be tough.
Brian Seward circling the arc, hands off to Vastoria. Now Kennedy has an open three, nails it!
Big shot. Big shot for Kevin. He took an extra split second there to get himself set, and it worked, and he hits the three.
14-12, a 2-point game. Pass to Randall, sends it back out. Riska with the basketball, alley-oop pass to Jerkins, taken away by Nelson.
Good job by Vastoria to step in front and Nelson to finish it.
Seward a little too strong, but there's Mutts for the putback. The game is tied on that basket, 14 apiece. Long range three off the rim. Jerkins with the outside rebound, and Mutts says, get out. Kennedy winds up with it.
Love those young legs. That freshman running the floor, blocking the shots.
We've barely played 6.5 minutes, and you feel like it's been a marathon already, but everybody contributing at Vastoria. What a rebound by Kennedy.
Great hustle from Kevin Kennedy. No, long rebound. And some substitution for the Hermits going to come in. Corbo's going to come in. I think he's going to get Vastoria a little bit of a blow as Michael looks a little tired. And Siegel's going to get Kennedy.
Well, you get the idea that every player on the court is going to use every ounce of energy they have, so we probably will see a lot of substitution. But right now, St. Augustine with a chance to grab its first lead of the game. Nelson has it, and he'll circle it back outside.
Substitution for Mainland. Jake O'Neill's going to check in, the big sophomore.
Seward pops it off the rim. Rebounds for Jerkins, and the Mustangs come back. 1:05 to go first quarter, 14 apiece. Across the timeline, Sam Jackson hands it off to Darius Jerkins. O'Neill dishes it left side. Matt McLaughlin, and we get a whistle against Mainland.
Yeah, legal screen on Riska there as Saeed Nelson was coming up to the ball, just got his hands up a little high.
Well, both teams now with 3 team personals, 3 fouls. And once again, a chance for St. Augustine to grab a lead here. Now there's 45 seconds left. Do you consider a final shot here?
I don't think so. I think the way it's going for the Hermits, they're going to take the first good one they get.
Okay.
If it gets under 20, then maybe they hold for one.
Siegel working baseline, dishing off to Mutts. Back to Siegel. Back to Mutts. Boy, Mainland just doesn't make it easy, but Mutts perseveres.
Keeps playing, plays hard. The shot blocked by O'Neill, but Mutts stays with it.
16-14, Hermits, spin move, gotta be a travel.
Yeah, as I said, Jake O'Neill started the season here at St. Augustine, transferred midway through, became eligible just about a week or 10 days ago. Certainly familiar with the surroundings, familiar with the team, the St. Augustine players. Took an extra step on that one. Here's now the holdout, the clear out for Brian Seward, and they're going to call. They're going to call
held on the floor, I guess. So he got him on the way up, but not the way up as far as a shot. He was heading towards the lane, but no basket, just possession.
Love that clear out for Brian Seward when he gets ahead of steam going, and he can contort his body and get a good shot there. The foul was beforehand. Now they're going to go same thing.
4 seconds to play with here. A long-range three, airballed it. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, but a marvelous rally by the Hermits. The muscle of the Mustangs led early, but right now after one quarter, it's 16-14. St. Augustine will be right back.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Mainland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flipping good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Mainland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
Back here at Richland, the Richland Rowdies in very much full throat, only 1 quarter into this one.
Yeah, they've got a little help tonight. The class of 2018, the incoming freshman class of next year here in attendance tonight. A lot of the young men that'll be attending the school next year getting their first taste of the Richland Rowdies. And they had a lot to cheer about in at least the second half of that first quarter as the Hermits started to use some of their athleticism, namely in the form of Justyn Mutts, to make some things happen. But they have got to figure out a way to handle Ken Randall. 11 of the 14 points from Mainland coming from Randall, and just that kind of a size and that soft touch that he has from the left side.
He's a beast getting the ball, and he's very effective putting it back in. So Randall with the ball right now. Does he think about driving through? No, he'll send it out. Ball is tipped. Mainland still has it. As Jax checked that, that's Jerkins with the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it in.
Well, if it's one big man, it's not hurting you, it's the other.
Passed by Saeed Nelson is taken away by Jerkins.
He got caught up in the air and dropped the pass to no one.
Open shot, decides to drive in, and we get a charge.
Well, Fred, you and I had some
I was going to mention that at some point in this game
yesterday about block charge when it came to that Syracuse game. And to me, in a lot of cases, I see him a lot more clear-cut when who's making the contact. I thought Stephen Corbo may have slid a little bit on that one. I don't know if he was there for that. But the Hermits do get the call.
St. Augustine has scored the last 7 points, and now Corbo loses it out of bounds.
Well, again, with the way the post game of Mainland is playing right now, you can't help off of one post player to help on the other. But I would certainly start helping off the guards to help these big guys.
Ball is loose on the floor, still taken by Mainland, but we're getting a travel call, so a turnover.
Yeah, nice play by Dean DeVenny there, but he stood up and the travel call, so tied up at 16. Hermit's going to spread the floor a little bit here with their chin set.
Saeed Nelson finds Siegel, who finds Corbo. Seward gets the kind bounce.
I love the penetration move there by Brian. A little tough shot, and he got it to roll.
And right back come the Mustangs as Jerkins looking to go through. Ball is tipped, but Randall saves it. Mustangs pull it out of Sam Jackson. Hands off to McLaughlin. Right to the hole again.
Really nice
and
move.
Now this quarter seems to belong to Jerkins.
Yeah, real nice move there. Caught it right away. No hesitation. Went to the basket again. Handling them one-on-one for either Vastori or Corbo is not going to work.
Seward can't get it to go. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Corbo. So right now, Mainland with possession, a chance to regain the lead.
I would go back to pressure here. You have a stoppage because of it. You can go to pressure here. You didn't score, but you can pressure a little bit. Got to go there 1-3-1. This is the half-court trap with Justyn Mutts up top.
Jerkins goes right through and lays it in nicely off the glass.
When you go to the 1-3-1, the one place it can't go is the middle.
Good pass to Mutts. It won't go. And Jerkins takes the rebound. Across the timeline where Dalzell finds Jerkins. He's got the hot hand, but he sips it back out to Matt McLaughlin. 20-18 with 5:37 left in the second quarter. Driving through, turning around, shooting, and off the rim. Great battle for the rebound. It comes to Kennedy. Saeed Nelson looking for the alley-oop, but goes back out to Kevin Kennedy. Left side. Kennedy back out. Siegel tees it up. Off the front rim, and It is Darius Jenkins. A 2-point lead for the Mustangs. They can add to it here. Mutts saves it, and Nelson feeds Mutts for the dunk.
Well, Justyn Mutts got his hand on it to start the turnover. Side Nelson picks it up. That's just playing a little bit harder right there, and he's rewarded. And the crowd is rewarded with the big-time dunk.
Are we having fun? It is 20-20. 4:54 to go before halftime. These teams have now been tied 4 times. Across the timeline. No, Nelson steals. Goes up and doesn't get the basket, but he draws the foul.
Well, we talked about it before the game. Coach Rodeo talked about it. It's going to be his guards, his pressure against the big men of Mainland. The big men of Mainland have been carrying them. Now the guards from St. Augustine, they start picking it up for them and turning it back their way.
Well, Mainland calling a timeout. 4:43 to go before the intermission. It is 20-20 our score. And we're going to mention here the fact is that you can stop by Toyota of Vineland. They have a whole bunch of cars you want to check out. That's the number one reason you want to go. But if you stop in and mention that you heard me talking about Toyota of Vineland, they will give you a gift. That's right. They have webcams and binoculars available while the supplies last. Not a bad deal for just stopping in and saying that you heard this ad here on our broadcast. That's Toyota of Vineland, where your next car is waiting for you.
Oh, we certainly appreciate the folks at Toyota of Vineland sponsoring us this year. It's been a lot of fun. 11 games in, and hopefully a few more before the season's out.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's one of those seasons you don't want to see end because the excitement, if you get it like this right here, is quite intense. So the Mustangs talking over strategy. That last foul will put Nelson on the line to shoot 2, so he will get a chance to put St. Augustine back in front. Mainland, biggest lead was 14-9 in that first quarter, but St. Augustine scored the last 7 points of that first quarter to grab their first lead, 16-14, and we've been back and forth ever since. First one by Nelson, skims out.
Substitution for Mainland. Again, Randall's on the bench getting a breather, and O'Neill back in. So, again, this is where the Hermits need to take advantage if they can. Although, as you said, it's been Jerkins' quarter pretty much.
Yes, it has. Second shot, that one is out. So 0 for 2, and Jerkins with his 4th rebound of the quarter.
Very
and 8th of the
uncharacteristic
game.
there. Very uncharacteristic for Saeed Nelson, one of the best foul shooters in the Cape Atlantic League.
So the Mustangs have a chance to regain the lead instead. A 3-pointer, it's going to be line drive, short, airballed. Saved by McLaughlin.
Talk about the...
And what a steal. I got a nickname for this guy that's got the basketball. I'm going to start calling him Red Bull because he energizes the squad every time he's on the floor.
Well, I was just about to say, you don't see something very often where Kevin Kennedy gets out hustled for a rebound, and he did that time and makes up for it right away with a steal coming back the other way.
So that foul on Matt McLaughlin, that's his second. The team's 7th, so it's bonus situation time, free throw wise, for St. Augustine. First one by Kennedy is good. He'll get the bonus. Kennedy eyes the second shot, and he bangs that one home.
And here's the pressure. Mutts on the ball. Diamond press from the Hermits here. Again, the place it can't go, if you're the defense, you can't let it go to the middle. And Mainland breaks it.
Long range 3, skims off the rim, and the rebound will be taken by Saeed Nelson. We are now halfway through the second quarter, 22-20, St. Augustine with the advantage. Good pass to Vastoria, back out. Mutts will have a shot off the rim. Kennedy hustles in and gets another key rebound. Nelson for a long range 3, it's wide left. Vastoria gets that rebound, sets up Kennedy.
Now the Hermits getting to the ball a little quicker.
Mutts skims that one off, and the rebound taken by Jerkins.
3 good opportunities, though. Just couldn't cash in.
So across the timeline come the Mustangs as Sam Jackson dribbles against Seward. Passed out, McLaughlin stops, shoots, has it partially blocked by the little guy. And the little guy with a nice play to keep the ball in possession, going up and in.
And the whole time he didn't change his expression. He gets a block, he gets a steal, he picks the ball up and takes it the length of the floor for a score.
And he's back for a couple years. That's going to be good news for the Hermits right there. Meanwhile, Mainland going to its key man here. Shot no good. Rebound. Put back up. That one won't go. O'Neal gets it, and now the rebound by Seward. Kennedy can't get it to drop. There's Mutts, and he's fouled by O'Neal.
Keeps working hard. And you keep working hard like that, good things are going to happen, and that's what's happening for Justyn Mutts. He's working hard on the glass, running the floor, getting his hand in the passing lane. Let's hope he can finish with some foul shots here.
These foul shots could give St. Augustine a more comfortable lead. They're up by 4 right now, so a chance to go up by 6. That one goes in.
If I'm St. Augustine, I'm keeping the pressure up here. This tempo is what they want. Some pretty good athletes on the Mainland side, but you could see some times where they're breathing a little heavy. They're not substituting as freely as maybe St. Augustine does, so I would keep going after them here. Keep the tempo up as fast as you can.
Yeah, I see that breath being a struggle for the man who's about to get another rebound, Darius Jerkins rather. Creates a ruckus, but right now with 2.5 minutes left, we'll get it right. Jackson hands off to McLaughlin, and they go in the corner now. We get a whistle against Stephen Corbo.
Yeah, Corbo now, that's going to be 2 on him inside.
It's only the 4th team foul for St. Augustine, so they have a couple fouls still to give. The ball will be inbounded by the Mustangs underneath their basket. Right to the post. Randall gets it to go. What a force inside.
Yeah, good play. Using his body again to shield off the shot blocker.
Back out to Nelson. Siegel on the right side swings it out to Justyn Mutts, and now Vasturia. Seward hearing the voice of his coach and delivering.
Well, I like that when he catches Brian Seward in that high post. He wants him just to put his head down and go by, and that's really where Brian can make some things happen offensively.
27-22. Right to the basket, skims it off the rim. Mutts fights for the rebound and gets it.
Good job by Mutts there, staying with it defensively.
Turnaround shot doesn't go, and the rebound taken by Kenny Randall. 1:20 left in the first half. 5-point lead, 27-22 for the home team. The dribble controlled by Drew Riska. They put it in the hands of the guy who's done it all this quarter. Darius Jerkins will go to the line.
Well, again, with the way the inside players for Mainland are playing right now, a situation like that, double off with the guards from the wing. Let the guard come down and help. One-on-one, these guys are too tough for any of our post players to play them. So I would double off the guards. If they kick it out, then we have to see if these guards can make jump shots. But force them to kick the ball back out.
They've been very strong inside, so that would be sound advice. We'll see if Jerkins can hit from the foul line. He sure can. Second opportunity coming up. Darius Jerkins nails both of them. 3-point game now, 27-24, Hermits in front.
I like this move here by Mainland. Without Saeed Nelson in the game, they're going to go to some pressure.
Kennedy gets around that pressure, finds Mutts, who drives baseline, but another block and a steal by Jerkins.
Well, he didn't look tired on that one, Fred, and a nice play by Nate Siegel to knock it off of Jerkins' leg on the block and out of bounds.
He got all ball and put it off the Mustang player. That's a tremendous defensive play.
I thought Jerkins was clear sailing there, and maybe he did as well, and Nate Siegel caught him from behind.
So the Hermits with the basketball once again. Kennedy finds Nelson. Left corner, pass to Vastoria, ball on the floor, take it away. As if he hasn't done enough, Jerkins gets a steal. 35 seconds left.
Mainland calling for one shot. Their coach is calling for one shot here with 30 seconds.
Sends it back out, McLaughlin, and they are swinging it outside. McLaughlin passes it right side where he finds Drew Riska. Jerkins trying to drive baseline, goes back out for an open shot and a basket.
Good pass back out from the post.
They have time to work with here, but Siegel thought about a three. Vastoria puts up the shot off the back rim, batted out, and it's tapped out by Sam Jackson. A very entertaining 16 minutes of basketball here tonight. It's exactly what you'd like to see in a conference tournament. After the first half of play, St. Augustine 27, Mainland 26. We're going to catch our breath for a few minutes here, and we'll be right back.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Vineland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flippin' good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Vineland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
What does inspiration sound like? Is it the deafening roar of the crowd? Or the silence just before battle? We were inspired to bring South Jersey Healthcare and Underwood Memorial Hospital together to form Inspira Health Network. With easier access to skilled physicians and more convenient locations, this is what inspiration sounds like to us. Inspira Health Network.
Need to see a doctor or dentist and don't have time to wait? Complete Care is there for all of your family's medical and dental needs. Complete Care offers adult and senior medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, dental, and more at 18 different locations throughout South Jersey. You'll never have to wait with Complete Care's same-day and after-hours appointments, and you'll receive the same high-quality service whether or not you have insurance. With its fitness centers, online appointment scheduling, discount pharmacy program, and baby love programs for expecting moms, it's time to give Complete Care a try. For a healthier tomorrow, call 856-451-4700 or visit CompleteCareNJ.org to schedule your appointment today.
Think you can beat Father Riley? You don't have a prayer. The first annual Father Riley Poker Invitational is being held Sunday, March 16th at 1 p.m. at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. Buy-in is $200 with a $10,000 guaranteed prize pool. All proceeds benefit St. Augustine Prep's Presidential Grant Fund to support tuition assistance. Contact Mrs. Linda Pine at 856-697-2600 to reserve your seat or register online at www.hermits.com.
Choosing the right child care services is a critical decision for your family. We invite you to experience the award-winning services provided by Mary's Little Lambs Academy. Our innovative curriculum and loving staff will ensure that all children will be provided the best care possible. For more information, call 856-765-5183 or visit us at the Education Center at the Glassworks Business Complex at 1101 Wheaton Avenue in Millville, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. through 6 p.m. Mary's Little Lambs, where learning and nurturing meet.
You are watching High School Sports on SNJ Today, your home for exciting, edge-of-your-seat local sports.
Well, there are some of the things that we've seen throughout the season so far, basketball and wrestling, that have been as exciting as this one. 27-26 our halftime score here, Dave. And it was really a good start for Mainland, good recovery by St. Augustine. That second quarter back and forth and the 1-point lead.
Pretty much exactly what we thought of beforehand. It's going to be the big men of Mainland against the wing players and the guards for St. Augustine. So far, a little bit of each, and Mainland's got the upper hand. St. Augustine by 1 right now, but I think Mainland's forcing their will a little bit more by taking the ball inside.
Well, of course, Kenny Randall had a great first quarter, had 11 points at Mainland, and then the second quarter taken over by their other big guy, Darius Jerkins. He only put in 8 of his 10 points in the second quarter and has already a double-double with the rebounds. So he's been a big force tonight as well.
And that's what it's going to come down to here in the second half when we come back for the second half. Absolutely.
You like the way that Justyn Mutts came into this game and really a little bit neutralizing on the big men. He made his own presence felt in that second quarter.
He will, and I'm sure we'll be going and seeing a lot of them here in the third quarter coming out. Stephen Corbo with a little bit of foul trouble, so that maybe go to Justyn Mutts here in the third quarter.
And of course, Saeed Nelson with 7 points. He's been a factor with his quick speed, and we expected him to do that tonight to help the Herbert offense. We have a news feed that we want to present to you right now, so we're going to go to that and be back with more of the basketball game in just a moment.
And now, an SNJ Today special report. A crowd gathered at Cumberland County College to hear about the unveiling of the new Cumberland County Technical Education Center, which will now feature a full-time high school curriculum. Freeholder Deputy Director Douglas Long spoke about the importance of tech schools.
When the president makes it his mandate to talk about technical institutions and pouring money into those institutions to train our youth, to train our employees, Business Coalitions calls technical institutions crucial to New Jersey's future. When business people tell you how important it is, then you know how important it is.
Long discussed where the funding for the new school is coming from.
That the state has agreed to give us 69% of the technical institution costs. Now that is huge, 69%. And the last thing that everybody in this room and everybody in this county should be proud of is that Cumberland County is the first county to get funded by the state of New Jersey Department of Education. The first. How you like that list?
The proposed 193,000 square foot facility will be constructed on a parcel of land adjacent to Cumberland County College in Millville.
This college, where else would you want to put a state-of-the-art technical institute other than a place ranked 29th in the country as an educational institution? It doesn't make any sense to put it anywhere else.
What do we think the county's going to look like in 10 years? Well, I got news for you. This is going to change the face of Cumberland County. It is a gigantic step forward for everybody in this room, for everybody that lives in Cumberland County.
Freeholder Director Joseph Dorella spoke about how the new Technical Education Center would be funded.
The question came up, can we afford to do this? And our position has been, we cannot afford not to do this. And that is the key component. Yes, it will take some sacrifice, it will take some tax dollars, but you know what? You have to spend a little bit to gain a little bit. And this is going to gain us a lot. So thank you all for being here. Please spread the good word. Stay positive, and you know what? I can't wait till we get a shovel in the ground and start throwing some dirt. Then it'll really be successful. So thank all of you again for coming, and thank you to the partners we have.
This has been an SNJ Today special report.
Well, we're back here at St. Augustine Prep, the Paul Rodeo Gymnasium, with our conference quarterfinals tonight. And it's a 27-26 game for St. Augustine. Great competition through those first 16 minutes. Mainland got the early jump, but St. Augustine came back, and it's been seesaw ever since. But really, the two big men that we've been focusing pretty much have all the scoring for Mainland. 11 points. Check that, 10 points for Jerkins, 13 for Randall. Randall had 11 points at the end of the first quarter and had a basket in the second quarter. So those two guys have done the job. Jerkins, a double-double, as we mentioned, 11 points, 10 rebounds. He's only tossed in 4 blocks to boot as well.
He's been all over the place, and it's all about game plan, but it's also about the execution of the game plan. You can come in with an idea. Mainland's idea, obviously, is to go to those two big guys. That's been working for him. St. Augustine on the other side trying to take that away, and I think they're going to have to find a better way to do it. Man up, one-on-one, no one from St. Augustine's going to be able to play with these guys. So, again, as I mentioned before, look for help to come from the guards to help double down on the big kids.
Well, Kevin Kennedy certainly has been a force in that first half. He got some key rebounds just on pure hustle. And Saeed Nelson, of course. What I thought the Hermits did well was some of those passes to the post where they avoided any quick setups by the Mustangs. So I think that would be a key for them.
Well, that's it, too. Their defense, Mainland's played great half-court defense. So for St. Augustine, push the ball, get some open looks that way where their big guys can't set up because you're penetrating in and Jerkins is back there waiting for you.
Mutts came off the bench to lead St. Augustine with 9 points. Saeed Nelson has 7, 6 points for Kevin Kennedy. He's had a great first half. 4 points for Brian Seward and a basket by Mike Vastoria for the total of 27. So we're at 27-26 at the half. The second half should be just as exciting. You don't want to go away here on Channel 2 and on the World Wide Web.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Vineland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flippin' good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Vineland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
My daughter attends Mary's Little Lambs Academy in Millville in the Glassworks building. I actually work in the building and it's so convenient. I can drop her off and go right to work. She loves to be there. She loves to be with her friends and she's always talking about them. She loves all of her teachers. When I pick her up at the end of the day, they give me a daily log and I can find out everything that she did. And I think it's just the best place for her to be when I can't be there with her. And I love it and I wouldn't want her anywhere else.
And we want to thank Toyota of Vineland for being our sponsor and Mr. Bob McCormick of Toyota of Vineland, who's here in attendance tonight watching this playoff action. Appreciate him as our main sponsor for Hermit basketball.
And of course, stop by Toyota of Vineland, pick up your free gift. They have binoculars and webcams available for you. All you do is stop in at Toyota of Vineland, mention you heard this ad, and you will come away a winner. Not a bad deal for just stopping in and saying that you heard this ad here on Channel 2 and on snjtoday.com/Hermits.
Bob is a big-time basketball fan, big fan of the Philly Big Five, and I guess a fan of high school basketball as well.
Well, he picked a good night to stop in at Paul Rodeo Gymnasium. We have a barn burner here. 27-26 the Hermits lead, and they have possession to start the third quarter. Vastoria tees up the three, and he does not make the connection. The rebound coming down to Mainland.
Well, I like the set play. We've seen it before. Michael hits that shot more often than not.
He has hit it a few key times this season. But right now, Mainland with a chance to go up in front. And a travel.
Yeah. That wasn't even a lot of pressure there. So, again, whatever St. Augustine can do to pressure the guards.
So back come the Hermits as Saeed Nelson sets up the offense. They swing it around to Michael Vastoria. Siegel goes left corner. Saeed Nelson driving into the lane. He got around the defense, but the ball would not drop.
Well, that's what that shot blocker will do to you, make you change the shot.
And I think we're going to get a St. Augustine foul here.
And Nate Siegel.
That's Doug Menz with the call. First personal of the half and the first personal on Siegel. Quick pass, and he's dodging for position. I don't know how they didn't call a walk there. He hopped like a bunny rabbit. And we don't want to get too much into the officiating, but he was hopping.
Yeah, and everyone on the St. Augustine sideline certainly thought so. But it's a lead for Mainland.
So the Hermits will now swing it around to Nelson. Vastoria back to Nelson for the open jumper, and he nailed it.
Yeah, that's another thing I'd like to see is the big guys from St. Augustine can handle the ball. Michael Vastoria can, Justyn Mutts. Pull them away from the basket, penetrate, create something on your own there.
Looking to drive baseline, but he sends it back out. They swing it around. Long range shot is no good. Rebound taken. quickly back the other way. Oh, no foul there, huh?
Wow, tough shot. Tough shot by Mainland there. Again, St. Augustine pushing it back, but that's what they need to do. Keep the pressure going offensively and pushing the ball down the floor. Take them to the hole there, Justyn. Kevin Kennedy, another loose ball. Again, Vastori is going to pull the big man away from the basket. And that's a shot that Justyn Mutts can take. And we've seen him make that one as well.
Let's go, be tough. Come on, guys, come on.
And a big three-pointer come back Mainland now. I talked about the guards. They're going to answer the call right now. They're scoring some points for Mainland.
4:45 to go here in this third quarter. Vastori with a tough turnaround shot.
A little role reversal there. Mainland's guards scoring and St. Augustine inside now.
So we are tied at 31 with 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The Mustangs swinging it around both ways, and now they come to the left side. Looking to drive, dishing it out for an open three-pointer. Skims off the rim, rebound battle for.
Good battle by Mutts to come up with it.
And a great pass, and Siegel has it. Nice look and pass from Saeed Nelson.
Force the shot, get the rebound, push it out quickly. That's got to be what the Hermits have to look to do here. That's the formula they need.
Oh, tough shot put in.
Tough shot by Jerkins there, but again, it's leaving Justyn Mutts sort of one-on-one with him.
Mainland gets another rebound and score tied at 35. They feed it to the baseline. And now he's trapped, and we get a whistle timeout for Mainland.
Yep, timeout for Mainland.
3:14 showing on the third quarter clock. These two teams are all tied up at 35 apiece. We'll be right back.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Mainland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flippin' good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Mainland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
Well, the action's still very much tight and exciting here as we are 35-35 with 3:14 left in the third quarter. Neither team budging too much here.
St. Augustine switching to the zone defense now, and I think it's been different. A different look for Mainland.
Not a good shot there as it fell short. Meanwhile, the Hermits come right back, and we get a jump ball. Or what do we get?
We get a jump ball. Possession's going to be to Mainland, and again, Mike Cook, he's the veteran official right there on the ball. We see it on the replay here. Looked like a pretty good block by Jerkins.
So the ball now going to Mainland with 3 minutes to go, third quarter. All knotted up at 35. Alley-oop pass. Back out. They swing it left side. Driving baseline. Vastori got a piece of it and now gets the rebound on the miss. Nelson, I believe, was fouled from behind.
I love this vantage point where we're sitting, Fred, because you can see and hear the coach's reaction. And the Mainland bench didn't like that call. Earlier, the St. Augustine bench didn't like their call. But, you know, I like what St. Augustine's doing, trying to put people from Mainland in positions that maybe they're not accustomed to or comfortable with. Jerkins handling the ball there, guards shooting the ball where maybe that wasn't the set play. So, but we got to answer down at this end here.
So the Hermits with the basketball and a chance to take the lead. Corbo swings it to Seward, and now he finds Kevin Kennedy. The alley-oop to Vastoria. Kennedy swings it back out to Saeed Nelson.
Not much you're going to be able to do to get the ball into the post on just a straight pass in. Maybe something off of movement when they're cutting, because these big guys from Mainland, if they're standing still, they can take up a lot of space.
Kevin Kennedy circles, dishes to Nelson. Nelson has an open jumper, and he nails it.
Nice run play there. Kennedy sets him up.
37-35. The Hermits with the 2-point edge. Quickly up court come the Mustangs. And we get a travel.
Again, the pressure from Kennedy, forcing the guards to do something. Keep the pressure up on the guards right now. That's what you have to dial up.
So the Hermits with the basketball, a chance to increase their lead. Kennedy will work it for St. Augustine across the timeline. Brian Seward finds Corbo. Nelson again popping. In and out. Corbo with a fine rebound, trying to work his way in. A little too strong though. And this rebound taken by Jerkins.
Nice job on the offensive glass. Couldn't get it to go.
Spinning away from some traffic and just line driving it home is
tough.
Jerkins.
Yeah, tough move. Got it to go.
We're all tied up again. 37 apiece. Just over a minute left in the third quarter. Nelson going up, and it goes.
Yeah. That time again, the bigs from Mainland, I think, were a little tired. Didn't slide over to block the shot there. Neither big man.
Oh, tough one. They're going to call it a reach from behind on Corbo.
Wow. That's one we got a real good look at from our vantage point here, and it sure looked like Stephen Corbo came around from behind without making contact.
So he picks up another foul. That's his third. Mainland will inbound it. Ball in the hands of Drew Riska. Riska will bring it to the front court. Nelson harassing, but gets it to an open player. McLaughlin deposits it.
Heads up play there by Riska. Almost lost the ball. Got his head turned around. Got the ball underneath.
We're tied again. 39 apiece.
I don't think that's going to be the last time I hear you say we're tied, because this one's going to be one of those.
It has been back and forth the whole time, and right now Nelson just holding on to the basketball. No pressure from Mainland, so he can just stand there.
Well, here we go again. Possession to St. Augustine to start the fourth quarter. So if they can get one to go here and then start the quarter with the basketball.
They're working with 10 seconds right now. Seward sends it out to Nelson. It'll be three if it drops off the rim. Once again, the rebound coming Mainland's way. They'll get a shot off, and it's in! Oh, what a shot!
Great push out by Mainland, and a great heads-up play there on a two-point basket. What a great job there by Mainland to beat the buzzer.
Sam Jackson with the delivery, and it puts the Mustangs in front after three quarters. 41-39, Mainland leads St. Augustine. We'll be right back.
Want great flippin' truck deals? Get to Toyota of Mainland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flippin' good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Mainland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
Well, the Rowdies are here in full force, and the Hermits are going to need them here in this fourth quarter, because it's going to keep going back and forth. A 2-point lead for Mainland right now, starting the fourth quarter. And, you know, Fred, as I keep saying, it was the big guys of Mainland that carried them earlier, but not in that quarter. The guards responded. They came up to play. They responded when they had the open opportunities and helped get this lead for Mainland.
Well, Jerkins had some baskets in that quarter, but the one that mattered the most happened right at the buzzer. A great feed out by Jerkins after getting the rebound, and a key basket for Sam Jackson to create the advantage at 41-39 right now for the Mustangs.
I would still like to see the Hermits in some quarter. They're in a little bit of a spread set here. Get everyone penetrating to the basket like this.
Siegel gives the basketball to Nelson. Passing and a good reach in, but he didn't quite get it. Nelson finds Vastoria and he finds the basket.
Yeah, nice, good effort by Jerkins. He couldn't come up with the ball, and a heads-up play by Saeed Nelson.
Now the pressure almost leads to a free ball, but back comes Mainland going right on up. Has the ball swatted away by Mutts and taken by Vastoria.
That's a pushback you don't mind. You have your shot blocker back.
And it skims off the rim. Yet another rebound for Jerkins.
One of those has to go. One of these times that has to go.
All tied up at 41. Now a steal by Mutts. Finds Nelson. Oh, he doesn't get the basket, but he will get 2 shots.
Well, when you're a guard bringing the basketball up, and sometimes the pressure's coming, and sometimes it's not even there yet, but you're anticipating it coming. That pass was thrown way too long. Justyn Mutts had plenty of time to get in front of it, but that came from the Mainland guards anticipating pressure coming from somewhere.
So a chance for the lead here for St. Augustine. First one is solid by Nelson.
Gotta love how the Rowdies understand. Keep it very quiet when your guy's shooting foul shots.
He got the hands in the air with the twirls. Look at that. Excellent.
And
nice job.
And now the full court pressure.
50, check that, 41-43 in favor of the Hermits. And we get a kick.
Again, you'll take it. It's only possession back to Mainland. Got it in their head that the pressure's coming, though. Tough on the guards.
Going right on up, putting the shot off, and getting his own rebound. Jerkins still has it, dishing it, and a grabbing foul. It's only the first one on Brian Seward, the team's third. Mainland will inbound it underneath its basket. Warren, who we haven't seen too much of in this half. Ball is dished out to the post, and we get a whistle before the foul, before the shot.
3-second violation. And again, you're going to hear the crowd. The Mainland crowd didn't like that call.
Well, so far, St. Augustine with the only points of this quarter. The first 4 belonging to the Hermits. They'd like to add to it here. Has the ball in the hands of Brian Seward. Finds Saeed Nelson. He gets around the man but decides to send it back out. Trying to go underneath, but a good read by Jerkins.
Yeah, it's a good read. You got to do your best to hold him off, though, to catch that pass in there. You got an athlete like Jerkins. He's going to get around.
And Jerkins drills that shot. Tied at 43. 5:50 left in regulation. Kevin Kennedy looking to check back into the game.
Yeah, I understand what the Hermits are doing here, but again, I still like pressuring and pushing it. Mainland, the Hermits are better when they're attacking.
Oh, what a reverse layup.
Keep going to the basket. I know there's a shot blocker there, but keep going to the basket.
45-43. Great reverse layup by Siegel.
That's a great run play there, and an inside seal from Jerkins. Set himself up perfect.
Foul on Vastoria. Second personal on Michael, and Jerkins will go to the line. First one is up, and first one is in. Jerkins looking to go 2 for 2 on this trip to tie up the game, and he certainly does. 45 apiece now. 5:10 left in regulation. Nelson circles to his right. Oh, loses the ball momentarily. Does a good job of keeping it in play. Ball was not as fast as the player on that one.
Wow, a lot of contact there.
Shot is up and shot is in.
I've been talking about Saeed being level-headed the whole time. Look at that sequence there. He almost turns it over, gets fouled, doesn't get the call, and just keeps on playing and nails the jump shot.
He puts his Hermits back in front. Meanwhile, Riska passing it. McLaughlin will tie up the game yet again.
There was something illegal about that ball handling there. It sure looked like a double dribble at the top of the key.
The 4th tie score of this quarter alone. Vastoria spins away, and they're going to call a blocking foul.
Well, again, as you can hear the Mainland fans and staff, not like that one wasn't even close. We'll see it on the replay here. That's not even close. That's by far, that's an easy block call there.
So Vastoria will get 2 shots here. The foul on Nate McLaughlin. That one's a little too long.
Siegel back for Seward here.
Much better on that one, so he's 1 for 2. And I believe St. Augustine's going to ask for a timeout here.
Yep.
So we have 4:11 showing on the 4th quarter clock. It's a 1-point game favoring the Hermits, 48-47. You have to wonder what Coach Rodeo is telling his squad right there. What do you think he's saying?
Well, again, going to go a little bit different here. I think he's going to pick up the pressure. Made some substitutions. He goes Corbo back in, possibly for Vastoria to get Michael a little bit of a break coming into the end of the game. Michael is going to stay in the game. He's going to sub in for Justyn Mutts. So Corbo's going to be in. Vastoria to play the big man inside. But again, let's look for some pressure from the Hermits first before they get back down to the other side. As you know, Kevin Kennedy's going to be in there if they're going to be pressing.
4:11 left in the 4th quarter. A 1-point lead for St. Augustine. Across the timeline, and I think Kennedy with a contact foul.
But again, it's whether he can handle the ball or not, you would rather see Jerkins handling the ball there, half court trying to dribble the ball up, than a guard posting him up, getting in the ball on the block.
So the Mustangs will inbound the ball here along the sideline. They swing it to the right side. Jerkins driving baseline, dishing it out. Ball is on the hardwood, and Saeed Nelson comes away with it. Spin move, reverse layup. That is a highlight reel play.
Wow, of all the moves he's had all year, that may have been his best.
Oh, baby. 50-47 in electric style from Saeed Nelson. Meanwhile, the Mustangs come back on the other side. Matt McLaughlin with the dribble. Hands off to Randall. They go right side, trying to drive through, dishing. Trying to get through some traffic, no go. Vastoria fighting for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. Jerkins couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, again, Herman's playing good defense there, but once Jerkins gets the ball, you can't leave Corbo there playing him one-on-one. There has to be help coming from somewhere else. He's going to go to the basket. Someone else has to help.
Now along the left side, they pass it into Jerkins, and he nails it.
Well run. Good setup. Got him right where he wanted him on the block. There was no help there. There was no time for help there.
50-49 as we approach 3 minutes to go. They pass it to Vastoria along the right side. Nelson looks things over, finds an open shot for Vastoria. He's short. Rebound collected by McLaughlin.
Just no legs on that jump shot. No legs. It's a good shot, good place, good look. Just no legs.
So Mainland with a chance to grab a lead here on this possession. Riska finds Randall, alley-oop pass, and that was perfect except for the shot. Mutts collects a key rebound for the Hermits. And with that, Paul Rodia wants to talk things over. 2:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. It is the slimmest of margins, 50-49 in favor of St. Augustine. We'll take this time out.
My daughter attends Mary's Little Lambs Academy in Millville in the Glassworks building. I actually work in the building, and it's so convenient. I can drop her off and go right to work. She loves to be there. She loves to be with her friends, and she's always talking about them. She loves all of her teachers. When I pick her up at the end of the day, they give me a daily log, and I can find out everything that she did. And I think it's just the best place for her to be when I can't be there with her. And I love it, and I wouldn't want her anywhere else.
Well, the crowd has had plenty to cheer about tonight. It's been back and forth, and it's as tight as it can be. A 1-point game favoring St. Augustine, 50-49. Tell you what, this game is everything you would have wanted in a tournament game.
Yeah, and coming down the stretch for St. Augustine, the little man's made the big plays. And Saeed Nelson's made the plays for him down the stretch. Let's see if they run something for him here. If not, one of the other things I'd love to see is making the two bigs from Mainland play defense on the perimeter. Mike Vastoria can handle the ball. Justyn Mutts can handle the basketball. Maybe they catch on a wing and then penetrate where they're making those big guys play defense away from the basket. I would see something here for Saeed, as hot as he's been.
So St. Augustine looking to increase a 1-point advantage. 2:25 left in regulation. The second-seeded Hermits versus the seventh-seeded Mustangs. Alley-ooping to Kennedy and back out to Nelson.
Little zone pressure here. Nice trapping pressure. Ooh.
A tight foul on Drew Riska.
Well,
that's the fourth team foul on the Mustangs and the third one on Drew Riska.
Well, the place I'd love to see the ball get to is Mike Vastoria at the foul line here, as they're going to trap like this. If you can get it to him there, he can create.
Well, he's asking for the ball. We'll see if they get it to him as Kennedy goes back out to Nelson.
And Mainland's taking that away. Right there.
Under 2 minutes to go. Vastoria hands it off to Kennedy. Thought about a three. Nelson, a really long three, and it's nothing but twine.
What does Stuart Scott say? Cool as the other side of the pillow.
That's it. Randall thought about the shot. He doesn't take it. Now another long-range shot. Mutts is great inside position.
Now take your time a little bit. Get it to Saeed Nelson.
53-49, less than 90 seconds left, and now a foul on Riska. I don't know that he was the one that wanted to take a foul, because that's his fourth.
And it's only the fifth foul on Mainland, so no 1-and-1 yet. St. Augustine still has to inbound.
So the Hermits going to the sideline with the basketball, a 4-point lead. Mainland takes a timeout, and it gives us time to mention the fact that you can pick up a free gift. It's at Toyota Vineland. All you have to do is tell them that you heard this ad right here during our broadcast on Channel 2 and on snjtoday.com/Hermits. They will award you with a binocular set or a webcam. That is while supplies last. Not a bad deal for just stopping in and mentioning that you heard this ad on our broadcast. That's Toyota Vineland, our great supporter of the games that we presented to you here from St. Augustine, Paul Rodia Gymnasium, and it has been a dynamic game tonight.
Well, again, you would look at a 2-7 matchup and say you might not have this kind of a game, but it's playoff time, and everyone's fighting for that CAL tournament. Look at that move they just showed again.
That belongs on ESPN. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a. And then watch this one, just so calm. The same kid knocks that shot down. The little man making the big plays.
Get used to it. He's got a couple more years to go, and a great rebound there by Mutts to put the ball right back in the hands of the Hermits. So some good basketball action there from Mutts and from Nelson.
Hey, a lot of basketball to play, 126. You're not freezing the rest of this out. So you have to still make some basketball plays. But let's see the ball in the hands of Mike Vastoria, Saeed Nelson.
Vastoria will inbound it for the Hermits, and he puts it right into Nelson's hands.
Spot.
Nelson has Siegel open, and Siegel delivers.
Makes the right play, the right pass there, Saeed Nelson. I said, you got to keep playing basketball. You got to keep scoring.
55-49. Randall has an open look, hits the back rim, and Mutts collects yet another key rebound.
Yeah, again, Randall's had a great game, but that's not a shot he's taken yet today, so you're going to give him that one. They were taking away Jerkins inside, front and backing. Taking him away that way, forced a bad shot.
Mustang foul on number 15. The 15th foul, so it's not a shooting foul. And it's the 4th one on Sam Jackson. So 2 players now for Mainland with 4 fouls.
Yeah, so the board's showing 6, so the next one's 1 and 1. Again, get the ball to your foul shooters. That's backcourt.
Oh,
that's a backcourt violation.
Very tightly contested there, and a key play by Darius Jerkins to force the turnover.
Well, we're right on the line. You can see that as Nate Siegel brought it in across the line with Jerkins covering him there. Boy, pull that out. Take your time. Get it to one of your 2 point guards.
So the Mustangs get the ball back. Chance to cut into this 6-point deficit. Randall has it. Goes to the right side. Mainland being their own worst enemy in a way here. They're watching time tick off, and Kevin Kennedy will force a jump ball.
Well, this possession's going to go to Mainland, but with still 40 seconds left, you never know if you're going to get another held ball. So this one will go to Mainland. The next one, if there is, goes to St. Augustine. But there's the double down from the guard wing from Kevin Kennedy.
So Kennedy contributes a key play down the stretch here. Mustangs still have the basketball. They go to Jerkins, who swings it out. It'll be a 3-point shot. If it goes, it's short. And Saeed Nelson collects the rebound and is fouled immediately.
Well, again, a shot that you almost have to take. I don't know if if they're comfortable taking that 3, but at this point of the game, a 6-point game, you're going to need to take the 3. Now, if the Hermits can do what the Thunderbolts did to them the other night, they can clinch this thing right here from the foul line.
Saeed Nelson with a 1 and 1. If he hits the first end of it, it'll create a 3-possession lead. Absolutely no pressure in that young man. I could feel the twine crackling as I just sit here. He sizzled that one home.
That's why I said he missed those 2 early.
And he is perfect.
Keep getting him the ball. When you have the ball, get it in his hands to finish this thing.
An 8-point lead with 30 seconds to go. 3-point shot, no. Kevin Kennedy rebounds. And I think that's going to do it, friends.
Got to get it over the timeline still, and now you can hold it.
Mutts has it, and Mainland's not even going to foul here as this one is going in the win column. Final 8 seconds.
Playoff basketball is survive and advance, and that was a survival.
So the St. Augustine Hermits move on to the semifinals with a hard-earned victory tonight, 57-49. That final score belies the fact that this game was nip and tuck throughout.
Well, again, playoff basketball, you expected it to be that way. I'm sure a little closer than maybe the Hermits wanted it to be, but this is this Mainland team came in there, won some big games down the stretch to get into this tournament. They beat some teams that they had to, like Ocean City, like Cedar Creek, games like that they had to win to get into it, so they weren't just going to come in here and just lay down, and they didn't do that tonight.
Well, they come away with a hard-earned victory, and of course we'll find out later on in the evening who their opponent's going to be. The good likelihood that they will see Atlantic City in the semifinals, but of course that depends on how the other games go tonight. We mentioned that Millville is taking on Wildwood Catholic, Oakcrest versus Holy Spirit. The Spartans are the top seed, and Atlantic City is taking on 6th-seeded St. Joseph. So we'll have to check out the scores of those games. We started early, so those games are just underway. Some 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock starts, so it'll be a while before we find out. But the Hermits are definitely moving on to Hamilton on Thursday night.
Yeah, if it goes to form, it'll be Atlantic City, which I'm sure the Vikings would like another shot at St. Augustine, but it'll be a good one on Thursday night.
So we're going to again catch our breaths. The score again, an 8-point victory, but it wasn't anything like an 8-point game. Saeed Nelson with some key shots at the end, and Kevin Kennedy and Justyn Mutts with some key defensive play as well. We're going to take a time out here and be back with more on this one. 57-49, the Hermits defeat the Mustangs.
Want great flip and truck deals? Get to Toyota of Mainland. You'll flip over our newest offers, like the Tundra Double Cab for $229 a month. Flip it. Let's make it $179 a month. Think that's flipping good? How about the Toyota Access Cab for $219 a month? Flip it. Make it $159 a month. But hurry, we can't flip these deals back for long. We'll run out of trucks. Get to Toyota of Mainland, home of the big flippin' deals and award-winning customer service on Delsey Drive in Vineland.
My daughter attends Mary's Little Lambs Academy in Millville in the Glassworks building. I actually work in the building and it's so convenient. I can drop her off and go right to work. She loves to be there. She loves to be with her friends and she's always talking about them. She loves all of her teachers. When I pick her up at the end of the day, they give me a daily log and I can find out everything that she did. And I think it's just the best place for her to be when I can't be there with her. And I love it and I wouldn't want her anywhere else.
What does inspiration sound like? Is it the deafening roar of the crowd? Or the silence just before battle? We were inspired to bring South Jersey Healthcare and Underwood Memorial Hospital together to form Inspira Health Network. With easier access to skilled physicians and more convenient locations, this is what inspiration sounds like to us. Inspira Health Network.
Need to see a doctor or dentist and don't have time to wait? Complete Care is there for all of your family's medical and dental needs. Complete Care offers adult and senior medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, dental, and more at 18 different locations throughout South Jersey. You'll never have to wait with Complete Care's same-day and after-hours appointments, and you'll receive the same high-quality service whether or not you have insurance. With its fitness centers, online appointment scheduling, discount pharmacy program, and baby love programs for expecting moms, it's time to give Complete Care a try. For a healthier tomorrow, call 856-451-4700 or visit CompleteCareNJ.org to schedule your appointment today.
Think you can beat Father Riley? You don't have a prayer. The first annual Father Riley Poker Invitational is being held Sunday, March 16th at 1 p.m. at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. Buy-in is $200 with a $10,000 guaranteed prize pool. All proceeds benefit St. Augustine Prep's Presidential Grant Fund to support tuition assistance. Contact Mrs. Linda Pine at 856-697-2600 to reserve your seat or register online at www.hermits.com. You are watching High School Sports on SNJ Today, your home for exciting, edge-of-your-seat local sports.
Well, there's one thing you can always expect here at Paul Rodia Gymnasium, and that is the fact that Will Morris will always pick the kind of tunes that always perfectly describe what just happened here at the courtside. Our final score tonight, St. Augustine defeats Mainland 57-49 in the quarterfinal round of the Cape Atlantic League Conference Tournament. And you hear the music right there. Ain't no stopping us now, as the Hermits aren't going to be stopped yet, as they are going to Hamilton Thursday night to meet what we expect will be the third-seeded Atlantic City Vikings. Pending the results of the other games tonight, there are 3 other games being played. Atlantic City is playing against St. Joseph's. Millville traveling down to 4th-seeded Wildwood Catholic, and Oakcrest is taking on the top seed Holy Spirit. So the winners of those other 3 games will be joining St. Augustine at Hamilton High School this coming Thursday night for the semifinals. You see a lot of what happened here tonight. Saeed Nelson with a great pass to the front post and a good effort on the rebound. But a great night for the Hermits all the way around. This game was really back and forth. Actually, St. Augustine trailed early, came back to lead after the first quarter by just 2, 16-14. They then scored 11 points in the second quarter to lead by just 1, 27-26. Mainland, though, rallied and took the lead going into the fourth quarter, 41-39. Mike Vastoria tied the game early, and then Saeed Nelson made 2 free throws. The two teams were tied 3 more times after that, but in the last half of that fourth quarter, Saeed Nelson turned up and made some key baskets, including 1 clutch 3-pointer and a highlight move to the basket that was a tremendous shot by Saeed Nelson to give Mainland some fits and put St. Augustine ahead for what was pretty much the last half of the fourth quarter. Checking out our scores real quick, big night for Darius Jerkins. He finished with a game high, actually a team high 22 points. He also tossed in, collected 14 rebounds and had 4 block shots, those blocks coming in the first half. So the big man Darius Jerkins was big for Mainland with 22 points. Ken Randall also in double figures tonight for Mainland with 13. Saeed Nelson, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that he was going to have the key factor here, and he certainly was. He turned it up in the second half, scoring 16 of his game-high 23 points, including 2 key baskets. There's one of them out there by Mr. Nelson. Also a double-figure night off the bench for Justyn Mutts. He had 11 points. 6 points apiece for Kevin Kennedy and for Nate Siegel. 4 points for Brian Seward and 7 points for Mike Vastoria for the total that they had of 57-49 over Mainland. Saeed Nelson is now with our color commentator Dave Catalana, and we're going to swing it over to that side for our post-game interview.
Here are I guess I'll call you the star of the game tonight, Saeed. I know you don't like that term, but really, what a great performance you put on here. Playoff time, a little different now. This is a survive and advance kind of mentality. You know, you can't get to the next one until you get through this first one. And I really think that's what you guys did tonight. You survived a good Mainland team, and you're going to advance to Thursday.
Well, we were looking forward to Thursday, but we had to take it game by game. And Mainland, they're a good team. Their bigs hurt us. I mean, their bigs were real good, but we stepped it up in the second half, especially the fourth quarter, and we took them away a little bit in the fourth quarter, and that helped us win.
Well, we talked to Coach Rodeo before the game, and we knew that it was going to come down to their bigs, and if they could enforce their will on you guys, or if you could take them away in a little. And in that first half, you really couldn't do it. You guys made some adjustments. What did you do differently against their bigs in the second half?
We tried to play more help defense because they were getting too much one-on-one action, so we just tried to help our bigs out, and we definitely showed that in the second half.
Well, it definitely helped when the guards were helping down on them. On the other side of the floor, it just seemed like when St. Augustine needed a big play, needed a bucket, you stepped up. The move that you made, the spinning move through the basket, one of your best of the year, and that came at a critical time when you needed it. You hit a couple of big jumpers, including the 3 late. Were they looking for you, or did you just let it come to you?
I mean, we were running the plays. They were designed for layups, but he said if you have the open shot, take it, and my teammates were just getting me open, so I just took the shots.
Well, we've said all year long, you don't change your mentality. You go into every play. Your facial expression, you don't change whether if someone steals the ball or maybe you turn it over. You're coming right back, very calm, knocking those shots down. Speaking of knocking shots down, early in the game you missed 2 foul shots down here. That is not like you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I was short on them, and I knew eventually in the second half I would get fouled and go back to the foul line. So I knew just take my time, and I knew our team really needed it, and they went in. So.
Well, point guard mentality, you always want the ball in that late game situation. You got the ball at the end of and if you didn't make the play, you made a great pass to Nate Siegel there. But I was telling our guys in the telecast where you had to keep scoring, that was a perfect pass to him, and then you ace it with the foul shot. So what are you thinking? Now you can look ahead a little. We don't know for sure, but probably Atlantic City Thursday night. What are you thinking there?
It's going to be a tough game. I mean, it was tough the first time we played them in Atlantic City, and we're expecting them to bring all that they can. I mean, it's a playoff game to get to the Cal Championship, so, I mean, we'll just go in the game and play our best.
Well, great game tonight. We know you'll play your best. Good luck Thursday night. We'll see you over there, all right? Let's bring Fred in here. We'll go talk a little of our post-game. Go ahead back with your guys. Get yourself dressed. Thanks. Good job. So, Fred, as we said, it was going to be playoff basketball. It's sort of survive and advance and get to the next round.
Well, I like what you said about what Paul Rodeo said. You have 2 losses to give away. You don't want to give them away, obviously, but you're playing loser, you go home, you win, you move on. And that's exactly what St. Augustine did tonight. A very tough opponent in Mainland with their size advantage, but Mutts came in and provided a little force underneath. Saeed did his thing, and everybody else just played around and got some key baskets as well. So great basketball game tonight.
Well, we look forward to it all the time. We have games like this, and looking forward to Thursday night. It'll be on the road over in Hamilton, and then we'll be back for a playoff game later in the year. I'm sure it'll be the same type of atmosphere for us at the next time against who knows who it'll be in the parochial playoffs.
Well, do you think the class of 2018 got a good look at what happens here at St. Augustine tonight?
That's another one of those great traditions, those young men coming in here and seeing that. But all in all, I think Coach Rodeo will be happy, certainly, with the fact that they survived and they're going to advance to Thursday night. And that's a game that they've been in the last couple of years. The last few years, it was Middle Township that stopped them in the Cape Atlantic tournament. It's not going to be Middle this year, so we'll see if they can get by probably Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, and then there's Holy Spirit, and who knows, Millville might be there. So if those 4 teams get in, I might just stop by Hamilton Thursday night.
Oh, I know I'm going to be there already.
Great game tonight by the Hermits. They fought off a very, very formidable opponent in Mainland and pulled away in the fourth quarter thanks to Saeed Nelson making 2 baskets that really you got to see again. Just keep watching this game. The fourth quarter was worth the price of admission. For our entire crew tonight, that of course is Ryan Schumacher, our cameraman Charles Hope and Andrew Williams, graphics designer Mark Keller, Dave Catalana, Fred Melendez. We hope you enjoyed tonight's game as much as we did. Final score tonight, 57-49. St. Augustine moves on to the conference semifinals.
SNJ Today proudly presented St. Augustine basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Toyota of Mainland. Go to snjtoday.com/Hermits for more information on the Hermits and their next live broadcasted game. Thanks for tuning in to SNJ Today. We'll see you next time for Hermits Live.